Okay, like I said, we're sitting in Utah right now. Got a load picking up about 8 miles from here, going down to lovely Del Rio, Texas. But let me fill you in on what's been going on with the truck. Ran into some problems. Nothing major though. They're all fixed. We're good to go. As you guys know, I took a load from Joplin, Missouri, going to Juliet, Illinois. Did that load fine. Truck did great. Really impressed with it. From Juliet, we picked up in Juliet again, and we went over to Mount Pleasant, PA, which is southeast of Pittsburgh. So, as we were going to that load, going to deliver it in Ohio, as I was leaving a toll booth there in Ohio, check engine light popped on. So I pulled over just past the little toll plaza booth there to figure out what's going on with it. And it's stupid of Kenworth. They don't give you the full code on what's going on. All it says is connect service tool. Well, I don't have $6,000 for a service tool, and not just that, I don't have any parts. So, I can see their point of it, but it gets us this inconvenience right now, but we'll live. So, the truck wasn't acting funny. It wasn't driving funny. It still had all of its power, all of its torque. It had everything. I could not tell anything was wrong with the truck. Going down, I went somewhere, it was like 200 miles north of Dallas, I believe it was, and I got fuel. I only put on 50 gallons worth of fuel because that's all I needed, because Texas had the cheapest fuel at the time. So I got to the fuel island, let the truck cool down, turned the truck off. I put in 50 gallons of fuel, jumped back in the truck, turned the key on, let it do all of its safety checks, started the truck up. Then the dash started going nuts. It required me to do a parked regen. Okay, not a problem. Pushed the button. About 5-10 minutes later, the parked regen was done. I'm like, Normally the regens last between 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on how clogged the filter is. I had this filter cleaned before I even picked this truck up because it had 198,000 miles. And I read from Cummins, straight from Cummins, in multiple texts, saying that 200,000 is when you want to get those filters checked, clean, those DOC filters checked and cleaned as well. Okay, so I had the guy that I bought the truck from clean it. Great. So, like I said, I was only 200 miles away from my second fuel stop that I wanted to get fuel at because it was cheap. I got down to Hillsboro, Texas, at the Petro. I topped off, completely topped off. Jumped back in the truck, let it do all of its safety checks again, started it up, and it made me do another park regen. Well, I'm either thinking that my DOC and my DPF filter didn't get changed like I asked it to, so I was kind of upset, and I wasn't going to call and start barking up trees because I had no evidence of it not being cleaned yet, although the truck did say that it needed to be regen. This regen only lasted for about 5 to 8 minutes again. So I went down I slept there, and as I was doing my paperwork and all that, I noticed on their shop bay that TA and Petro now offer DPF and DOC cleaning. Sweet, walked over there, checked in to see how much it was going to be. Got everything torn down. Guy got it all of his stuff that he needed to do, and he was kind enough for me to go back there and watch the process. I've seen it done a couple times, but I wanted to see it to see how bad this one was. It was cleaned. So I'm very glad that I did not bark up the wrong tree, because the person that sold me this truck, he's a man of his word, and he will have me as a customer for life. But anyways, back on the subject here. So he hooked the computer up to the truck to figure out what was going on, We should have done this before we even did the DPF cleaning and all that, but lesson learned. He told me that it has to go to Kenworth or Cummins, period. TA and Petro could not do the work, and not just that, the truck's on warranty. So, and there's no sense for me to be paying for parts when it's on warranty, since I paid for that luxury, you might want to say. So I finished my load down to Laredo. I told my dispatcher that I needed to load back up through Joplin. So he gave me a load that went up to Jefferson City, Missouri, which goes right through Joplin. Got up to Joplin, hooked it up, and about 10 hours later, the truck was finally done. It was a dozer injector, which is on the right side of the truck if you're sitting into it, so the passenger side of the truck. It's an injector that helps the after treatment system. I'm not exactly for sure what it does. I'm assuming it injects diesel fuel into the exhaust to help get the heat that the soot needs to burn off at. But anyways, they got that fixed, and as they were fixing that, one of the pressure sensors went out on their side of the engine. So they had to fix that. They fixed that for me. Everything's good to go. Can't complain with the truck. It's been great. The only problem is trying to keep it clean. But the way I look at it, if it's clean, it's not making money. So, but I do try and clean it every night, at least the windows and all that. I don't got time to sit on my ass and clean all the chrome every night. It just doesn't happen. But we will be getting it washed soon. So that's what's been going on with us. The truck's been great. I understand there's going to be hiccups along the line. That's just part of owning the truck. It's part of being in this business. But yeah, like I said earlier, I mean, if you guys have these emissions trucks, the technician that I talked to there in Hillsboro, I forgot his name, but he is one of the emissions specialists, you might want to say. The guy's a real great guy, real friendly, and he knows what the hell he's talking about. I talked to him on several things, on what he believes and what his opinions are on stuff. And I think I'm going to go buy some of those and see what happens. Now, Cummins did recommend, change and clean the filters out every 200 to 250,000 miles. He says to do it every year, regardless, along with the dozer injector, the relays, the pressure sensors, everything that goes along with the emissions. He goes, just spend it's about $2,000 for everything if it's on a warranty. But luckily we got warranty on this, so I can't replace those unless they fail. But he says to replace them every year if they're to do that. And he says that your filter will last a lot longer. You'll have a lot less downtime as well. So, yep. Just want to give a quick update. We've been busy, so hopefully try to upload videos as awesome as I can. Now that we're back in the groove of everything. So if you guys want me to do another truck tour inside, I can. Just let me know, and I'll do a quick inside tour. But till next time, keep it safe. See you out there. See you next time.